Good morning. I know it's so dark outside because I finally figured out how to beat the builder's sounds. I have someone building a house down the hill for me, and every morning in my sacred space, it's so loud. And finally I realized, oh, I just have to wake up before the builders. So here we are, 5:20 a.m. in my sacred tent, ready to dive in with no building sounds, and I'm so excited because I'm also writing my book in the next 5 days. So today feels like it's got some fire in it. It feels like we've got some fire momentum. Let's dive in. Feels like today is a chanting day. So we always start with sound. Sound is how we drop into our bodies. Sound is how we begin. God is my business plan, because sound is how we change the vibration of our bodies. Sound is how we elevate our frequency inside of our body, allowing us to be able to receive quicker, faster, easier, and create with ease. So today it feels like chanting. Are you ready? So if you haven't been on one of my videos with chanting, let me go over it for you again. So the sound syllables are ah, om, aim. Ah, calling in all of your angels. Om and aim is balancing the feminine and the masculine. So how you chant is you just say the words a little bit like a song, but not a song. And what I want you to know is that the most healing vibration for your body that could heal your physical ailments is the sound of your voice. So chanting actually changes every vibrational frequency within your being to be at a higher level, allowing your body to be healthier. So I chant every single morning, and I have much longer chants that I do that maybe one time we'll do, but today we're going to start with this. And I'm feeling like, how do we want to do our arms? Let's see, what feels right? Let's see. Okay, we're going to open palm it. Okay, so open palms at your heart. So let's see if you can get a picture, like right here, like at the heart, okay? So I want you to just sing with me. I'm going to close my eyes, and as I close my eyes, I want to visualize light coming in through my palms straight into my heart. And the light is coming from the divine, from this beautiful divine light that is here to clean, cleanse, and restore us. Okay, so ready? Taking a minute to feel the balance in your body, to feel how grounded you are, how rooted you are. And how peaceful your body feels. In just a few seconds, we're able to bring our body into this wholeness with the sound of our own voices. So now we're going to drop in to the sacred creative process. So if you have your oil, put it on. If you don't have an oil, that's something that you can have for our practice, is to have an oil that you use for this practice. You're going to breathe it in, breathe it out. I want you to visualize this beautiful light above the top of your head. You're going to breathe that light in, allowing it to move and ebb throughout your body, cleaning, cleansing, clearing the pathway from within, above, below, around, clearing the space, clearing out any blocks, clearing out any worries about the day, Any apprehension, any anxiety or overwhelm that's already here, we're just going to clear it out. It has no space here. There's no space for this. So breathing it in, allowing the light to move and ebb and soften the heart, soften the shoulders, palms up to the heavens, soften the sacral, the root, letting go of any leftover exhaustion. We're going to let it go. Has no place. Today is a day of fire. Today is a day of energy and motion and completion. Today is a day of completion. Oh, that feels very strong inside my body. All right, whatever has been hanging loose for you, today is a day of completion. So whatever projects have been trailing behind, whatever projects have been like you've been chasing them, today's a day of completion. Today is when they get complete. Oh, that just feels so good. I love that. All right. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to call in our angels. So from a very rooted space, we're going to call in those who are here to support us, our angels, our board of directors. Who do you want to call to be on your board of directors? So I call Joan of Arc to be on my board of directors, Florence Scovel-Shen, the goddess Isis. She is a powerful reminder of being a phoenix. Every time you fall and you burn and it feels like things aren't going to work out, she rises. So I always bring in Isis. She's such a powerful form of being a phoenix in your life. Who else do we want to invite today? I mean, I have my Mary Magdalene drum. She's always just staring at me. So let's bring Mary Magdalene in, a reminder of our inner alchemy, our inner power, our inner gifts, the feminine. And let's see, who else do we want to bring in today? I want you to feel into who is it that you want to call in to support your work today. Interesting. Okay, so I'm feeling there's a goddess named Kali. A lot of people are afraid of Kali, but Kali is someone who comes in and makes some serious change. So it feels like it's got some power to it. Today's a day of completion. Today's a day with Kali. So we're going to invite her in, at least for my board of directors. So I want you to feel into any of your guardian angels that are here to support you, whether you believe in them or not. I believe that you have a spiritual team that supports you, that loves you, that sees you, that sees your struggles, that knows your struggles, and just loves you, just with so much love, and is here to help you succeed. So we're going to invite them in and through the divine light to come and sit and be with us, to guide us, to direct us. We're going to ask that light will touch our ears, that we will spiritually hear what needs to be heard. We're going to ask that light will touch our third eye, so we'll have access to all of our spiritual gifts. The light will cleanse our lips, that we speak only what needs to be spoken. Now I'm feeling a bunch of my I have some things on my heart right now that are very loud, and they're kind of coming in and they're distracting me. So if you have things on your heart, maybe you have some struggles that you're going through or some big decisions that need to be made, I want to invite you to put it on the altar so that we can be present to receive, because our problems, they kind of distract us from receiving. Our problems also distract us from our purpose. That doesn't mean we ignore them, but it also means that they don't get to run the show. So I want you to pick up whatever is weighing you down. You're just going to wrap it in light and you're going to put it on this altar over here. So this is an altar right here where I'm going to work on receiving with God. This one's going to be an altar where I'm like, hey, I need you to babysit this problem, God, so I can actually be present. So I'm going to put my problems over here, wrapped them in light, swaddled them, gave them a nice tie. Let's double knot that tie. And we're just going to hand it over to God and be like, God, I need you to babysit this problem. And if you want to pour some miracles through it, like I'll take them. I'll take those miracles. All right, just baptize those with miracles. That's a Florence Scovel-Shen saying. She always says, baptize this with success. We're just going to baptize those problems with some miracles. Okay. All right. That feels better. Okay, I'm here now. So let's see. Every day is a surprise. We don't know where we're going to go. I used to think we could, and now I know why. Why try and figure it out? Let's just receive it. So let's drop in. Feels like we've already been receiving, but let's get clear. So I want you to drop into your heart. I'm a big believer of thumbs on my sternum. Why? Because it brings my attention to my heart. And when I push into my palms, it gives me a real grounded energy. So just taking a nice deep breath in. Feeling into, yeah, it's like it already came in this morning. It's the loose ends. There's some loose ends in your life right now. So there's some loose ends in my life. So let's tie up some loose ends. Let's do some completion work today. So I want you to take your handy dandy notebook that you use while you are here in this magical space with me. And we're going to real time this. We're going to write loose ends. Now, it's always nice when you know the answer, but it's always better when you ask. So you might think you know what loose ends need to be fixed in your business or that need to be tied up. But let's just ask God, because let's just get to the real meat, to the real thing, and not go from our minds. So I want you to open palm it, and you're going to ask that you will receive. What are the loose ends today in my business, in my personal life? What can we complete today so that there is room for more to come through? So let me just play a sound for you while you receive this. Okay. We don't need a long list, all right? You just need 1, 2, maybe 3 things. So we're going to start with the first one that's on your list. And I want you to hold it in your hands. And you're going to ask God to show you what's the next step that you can take today towards completion, towards wrapping this up with success and light. So I'm going to have you take a minute, and you're just going to write. And if you're stuck in your head, you're going to place your hand on your head and your hand on your heart, and you're just going to ask to receive. You're going to ask to receive. Ask to receive. What is the next step? And maybe you'll see 3 steps, but what is the next step? What is the next step? What can you see? What can you hear? Okay. So now I want you to imagine, let's see, so imagine if there was this magical light that when something was touched by it, it was healed immediately. Okay. So this is the divine light. This is a light that comes from the divine, from God. And we're going to invite that light to actually bathe this thing, this relationship, this course you're building, this book you're writing. What is the thing that you're wanting to have some completion, loose ends, pieces moved together? We're going to ask the divine, you're going to ask God to touch this, that it will be completely healed, made whole, and bathed in light. That all the loose ends that have been frayed, all the loose ends that have been distracting, and every piece that has been taking your energy away from your purpose, that it will be bathed in light and bathed in this divine love, and that today will be a day of completion. Today will be a day of completion under grace and in the most perfect ways. All right, we're going to wrap that in so much love. We're going to hand it over to God. You see how we put it back over? All right, take care of that. There we go. All right, we're going to take the second one and we're going to do the same thing. Okay, so we're only going to do 2 today, but if you have more than 2, you can just pause it at any time and complete. So we're going to pick up the second one. Hold on, there's something connecting you. There's something connecting to the thing that doesn't want it to complete. So this is really interesting. So when there's something that we want to be complete, but it just can't, it's because there's a tether. And the tether is like, it serves us for it to not be complete, and not serves us in a higher way. It serves us in a cyclical way. Like it's a cycle. It's not healthy. And let's clear that out. So how are we going to clear that out? I do a lot of different ways to clear that out. We don't really have time for it. But one day, let's do this. One day we're going to take you through this process. I have these stones, and I use them to clear out cyclical patterns in my body. So we're going to put that out there. When that time is here, we'll do a whole video on that healing process. But today, let's just do it a really simple way. We're going to ask one of your guides. So this is not a religious video, okay? I really want to get clear on that. This is a spiritual video, which means that you can be any religion and work with any spiritual guide. So you can be any religion and work with Buddha, any religion and work with Christ, any religion and work with the Divine Mother. Like religion has no part here. This is you connecting to a spiritual team. So I choose to work with the Ascended Master of Christ. His energy is just so vibrationally high and so clear. And so when I have something I can't fix, or it's going to take me a long time and I want to move faster, like working with Christ is a shortcut for me. So how I do this, I'm going to invite you, if this fits for you, to do this. If it's not Christ, and who's the Ascended Master? Who's a being? Is it God? Is it the Divine Mother? Is it your mother who has passed, right? Like there's somebody that you feel safe with, that you love, that you can ask to come and do this with you and in through the divine light. So it's here. This is where the tether is. The tether is connected to the heart, to this thing over here. So we're going to ask that, I'm going to ask that Christ will come and place his left hand on my heart, right hand on my back heart, and hold my heart. So I'm going to invite you to do the same. You're going to visualize whoever it is that you're asking to come and hold your heart. And the love that is in those palms is going to move through the heart space, and it's going to break up the tether to this item, this thing, this project, this person, whatever it is, that it will actually dissolve the tether with this love, that this tether just dissolves immediately. And then as soon as it's dissolved, then this love from the palms of the hands of those who you are asking to support you are going to pour in and clear up any holes. Clearing up the holes, filling your heart with light, expanding throughout your whole entire being. There we go, there we go. I want you to feel the love actually expanding out your heart. And then this love is going to move out, and then it's going to go and wrap this thing in complete and total love, allowing it to be fully complete. A place of completion. There we go. Now we can move on to the second one. So we're going to bring the second one up. Just clear some energy there. There's a lot of energy moving there. All right, you're going to pick up the second thing. You're going to put it on the altar, and you're going to ask that you will be shown the next step for this to move towards completion. What's the next step? And the first thing that comes to you, that's what you're going to write down. Do not figure it out, okay? So let me see what I got here. right, that feels real good. There we go. Ooh, I just got something else that dropped in, so I'm going to write it down. Remember, whatever you receive, write down. Do you guys hear those coyotes? Oh my gosh, we have some coyotes in the background. Wow, what is going on today? That felt very timely. All right, you're going to pick up this item that you want to have complete, and you're going to ask God to just bathe it in so much love and in so much light. And then you're going to wrap it and you're going to hand it over to God. And that one doesn't feel like it has a tether. If that one has a tether for you, do the same process that we just did. But for me, that's just like a really clean one. So we're just going to put that over. All right, so here we are. We've just bathed both of these projects in completion. And now we're going to bathe your body in completion. And I want you to feel it. Let me see for a minute what we're going to do here. Okay, so I just keep hearing honey and milk. Sure. Okay, why not? So imagine that we're going to bathe you in honey and milk, which feels like a real, like you're being so cared. Like if you were to go to a spa and there's like this honey and milk bath, right? Like there's something about this, like you're being really cared for, but also nurtured. So how we're going to do that is I want you to just take a deep breath in, palms up to the sky, heart soft. We're just going to pour this like beautiful honey milk mixture around your body. And what it's doing is it's interesting. Okay, so I'm seeing, if you're a baker, which you may or may not be, but if you make a cake and then you pour a liquid, kind of like a honey kind of milk liquid, it would seep into the pores of the cake. That's what I'm seeing right now, is that I want you to see this seeping into the pores of your being, and it's going in and it's filling in all the holes. So any holes that maybe got opened up by taking this out, we're going to just fill it up and nourish it and nurture it so that you can then be open to receive the next. So you're going to take a deep breath in, and you're going to feel this honey milk just moving through your body, filling up all the holes with love, with care, with nurture, allowing your whole being to be bathed in completion, wholeness, and safety. All right, take a deep breath in. And we're just going to wrap you with so much momentum today, that today is a day of completion. Today is a day of completion. All right, my friend, may your path be bathed in success today. May your heart be swaddled in love. And may today be a day of completion in miraculous and wondrous ways. And I will see you tonight.